also been following breaking news out of the Middle East all morning, and here is the latest.
Yeah, President Trump told Israel's government this morning that its war with Hamas is over after more than 2 years. The president saying now that Hamas has released the last living hostages held in Gaza, he believes the peace deal that he's helped broker will end with lasting peace in the Middle East.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that he is nominating Mr. Trump for a prize that until now has never been awarded to someone who is not an Israeli, and he made it clear he's not talking about the Nobel Peace Prize.
As to that other prize, just a question of time, you'll get it. But I want you to get the Israel Prize, our highest award.
Washington correspondent Vinay Simla now wraps up the latest developments from Israel.
The war began when Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th of 2023.
The ceasefire is going to hold, and we're going to make sure it holds.
President Trump says Israel and Hamas have agreed to stop fighting. Israel wants Hamas to disarm, and Hamas wants Israel to pull all of its troops out of Gaza. President Trump says Gaza, which has been ruled by Hamas, will now be governed by a board of peace.
Everybody wants to be a part of it. I've had calls from all of the leaders.
in just the past month, 50 Iranians and 100 Syrians have reportedly been apprehended at the border. The worst part, according to the source who spoke with Breitbart, is that Border Patrol is having little to no advanced intelligence warning. In quotes, we are receiving no advanced warning of the arrival of special interest migrants. With any specificity, we are left to sort through the grab bag of migrants in small and large groups to figure out who is in the group and why they're coming, he said. Now, right here in this X post, they pretty much summarize this article, but I want you guys to pay attention to that specific tattoo with the AK. I've been warned by quite a few people that people with this tattoo on them or sticker or whatever, that symbolizes something very bad. And if you see that floating around in your areas, it might be a really bad sign.
But really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
You want to know who's coming across the border? All it took was one day for them to figure out who that guy was. He is a convicted terrorist and arms dealer by the name of Movsum Samadovan of the Islamic Party of Azerbaijan. He was released from prison on January 19th, 2023 after an 11-year sentence and came straight to the open border. He is currently roaming freely in the U.S., per this article.
We're in Dearborn. This is the call of prayer. It goes off 5 times a day here in the United States. Would you like to hear this blasting through your neighborhood?
I'm Christina Owayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. 40,000 Muslims packed the streets in Dearborn, Michigan for a religious Aberdeen march, raising red flags on the increasing Islamic influence in America. Many are now pointing to calls that have been made by Muslims to take down America, saying their people are willing to fight and give their lives to bring America down. This annual pilgrimage draws millions worldwide to Karbala in Iraq, but it's now starting to build on American soil. The event transformed a typical suburban roadway into a sea of black-clad marchers chanting religious slogans, waving flags, and carrying banners, a scene more reminiscent of the Middle East than the Midwest. The procession has sparked concerns about the preservation of the country's Judeo-Christian foundation, with concerns over Islamic takeovers in the U.S. The current Muslim population in Dearborn is about 60,000 people, representing about 55 to 60% of the total residents. In addition, the mayor of Dearborn, Abdullah Hamad, is Muslim, as well as the city council president and 5 of the 7 city council members. That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina Owayo.
تا وقتی که انشالله این کاخ سفید را حسینیه فریادمون همین است که مرگ بر آمریکا.
So the reports I'm seeing in Michigan, this is what's going on. We've already heard that they get to play their loudspeakers across the city, starting before you're even awake and going until after you go to bed. And they're sitting there in those big churches shouting death to Americans. It says Muslims in Australia chanting, "We await orders." The call for jihad. Does America really want to allow this? Just a couple comments on this. Scary election denier says, how is anyone okay with this? We need ICE in there now, deporting these people. Stray Dog says, we not stopping this, America? Why are we not developing laws to stop this? They're calling death to America and Americans. Why are we not removing them from our nation? It says the EU and the UK have already been taken over. President Trump, you are the only one that can remove these Muslims from America. They hate us. They want to take us over. Please save America. Ken raises a good point. They have been collapsing civilization since the days of Muhammad. We won't be the first nor the last. This video right here is Muslims in Australia chanting, "We are awaiting orders," the call for jihad. I think any nation allowing this is brain dead. Watch.
Muslims need to be deported and banned from Western society. Every single last one of them. Yes, we're supposed to love everybody. That doesn't mean we're supposed to be stupid and commit suicide. Nobody with 2 functioning brain cells allows an enemy into their home. You don't open your door to somebody that means you harm and say, oh, I'm being loving. No, you're an idiot. Get this through your head, all right? Muslims don't assimilate. Wherever Muslims go, they do not assimilate to the culture or the society that they live in. They have allegiance to only one thing, and that is their own laws, their religious laws. Their religion comes number one, and they are doing everything they can to bring their laws and their customs and overtake ours.
How to establish the Islamic State. Islam aims to achieve certain goals, and take over other civilizations.
Conquer these 2 civilizations. You're going to be in charge of this land. That Islamic civilization is going to be supreme.
Time will come that you will destroy the 2 biggest superpowers. We need to organize. We need to come together. We need to be united.
We know what America plans. يمكرون ويمكر الله. Allah says they plan and we plan.
I mean, seriously, guys, have you looked at who's doing all the bombings? Have you looked at who's doing the hijacking, the attackers? Seriously, people need to wake up. It's even written in Deuteronomy. Foreigners who live in your land will gain more and more power while you gradually lose yours. They will have money to lend you, but you will have none to lend them. In the end, they will be your rulers.
Okay, so you said you had 3 dreams. So which one did you have first?
The first one that I had was a long time ago, and there was a USA map. Like it had North America and South America in it. I think there was Greenland in it also. I think Greenland was in it.
Okay.
And United States was colored red, and all the other continents and states were colored green. And the second dream I had the same thing, except that United States wasn't colored red this time, and I saw soldiers in the United States marching everywhere.
They were marching everywhere? Like what do you mean? Where did they come from, or were they already there?
Like I think they were marching from east to west.
Okay.
And they looked like they had light skin, and they had slanted eyes and brownish black hair, but mostly brown. It was like kind of near black.
Near black. Okay.
Mixed with brown.
And was it just men or ladies or?
I mostly think it was men, is because they had short hair.
Okay, and that was your second dream?
My third dream was the exact same thing, but except the soldiers appeared out of nowhere in the United States.
So out of nowhere they were in the United States? Like, what do you mean, like all over, or just someone's spot, or?
All over.
Okay. So out of nowhere they were all over, and were they lady, men? What color?
They were the exact same color as the other dream, and they were short hair.
They had short hair?
So I'm pretty sure they were men.
Okay. Didn't you say in one you saw ladies, or no?
A dream that I had a long time ago. We were in our house at that time, and some soldiers knocked at our door. The one that knocked in our door was a lady.
Okay. She's a lady. So what did she look like?
She looked like the exact same thing, except that she had like a ponytail hairstyle.
Okay.
Or like a long hair.
Okay.
Like long hair.
And what were they wearing? What kind of clothes were they wearing?
Camouflaged uniforms.
In your dream?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had long guns.
Oh, okay. They had long guns?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what were they doing?
I don't know. I think they're knocking at people's doors and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a dream, something like that, except they didn't have slanted eyes. They were brown skin, um, like a tannish colored skin. Okay, so didn't you say something like we were in Bakersfield and they were spraying something like something in the air? What dream was that one?
It was like, I think they were spraying chemtrails or contrails in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, the chemtrails or contrails, went down, from high up, and, it went everywhere like fog.
Mm-hmm.
And, people were breathing it in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And some people went in our house.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went in some room.
Mm-hmm.
We just call it a toy room because we put toys in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a soldier knocked at our door, and she said for her to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her from the window, and she looked like Chinese or Japanese or Korean.
Mm-hmm.
And she had slanted eyes and light skin and blackish brown hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she was wearing a uniform, a camouflage uniform, and she was holding a long gun.
Okay. Okay. And so that was your third dream or the second one?
It was like when we were back at Bakersfield.
Okay. Okay. And so the third one was when you had prayed and you asked Jesus to show you a dream.
Mhm.
And that's the one where he showed you the soldiers marching from the east to the west. Is that one the one he showed you, or?
It was the one that soldiers were popping all over the place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like everywhere in the United States.
Okay. Okay. And what color was the map in this dream?
The map, it was like the water was blue,
Mm-hmm.
like light blue,
Mm-hmm.
and like just any other map.
Mm-hmm.
And the continents were green,
Okay.
like light green.
Okay. Okay. And the United States was green too?
I think it was lime green.
Oh, lime green. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Bye.